I approach rejection in two ways. Number one is the biggest and most painful and damaging kind of rejection is rejection of self. And there are so many subtle ways that we reject ourselves. Sometimes we reject ourselves running after other people's approval. And if you think about it or just explore it as an exercise, the next time you find yourself in pain, in any kind of emotional pain, peer into that pain and see what is in it that is truly the most painful. It will likely be that you're in pain because you feel that someone is going to see you in a certain way, and you judge that way as not good enough. You judge that way as in some way having you show up less than how you want to show up. And that hurts. But the reason it hurts is that we've already judged ourselves as less than in that particular way or area for very good and physiological reasons. Pain or any experience is energy. It's real energy. And so a painful experience is energy that gets stuck and is improperly processed. So if in fact energy is stuck, how do you unstick that energy? Because unless it gets unstuck, it is going to live right where it is. Right, not just in your body, but in your unconscious and subconscious experience. Energy is meant to flow. And if it's not flowing, then because it is a thing, it is creating some level of block, some kind of blockage. And so our job is to understand that when we are in pain, in emotional pain, physical pain, there is a relationship with energy that needs to be attended to. I have learned that one of the best ways to help pain resolve is to tolerate it, which means be with it. Oftentimes when we are in pain, it is so uncomfortable. And part of the reason it's uncomfortable is that we are telling ourselves that this shouldn't be the case. So we've got the pain of this experience, whatever it is. Then we've got the added discomfort of us saying this shouldn't be happening. We're acknowledging the pain, but we're judging it. But we're judging it, we're judging ourselves, and we're judging God and the universe because we're saying it shouldn't be happening. So one of the most important things to do is to simply acknowledge where I am. Okay, this hurts. My heart is beating really fast, and at the base of it there is this sting, this burning. Just truly acknowledge what's going on, and in specificity if you can, because it subconsciously makes you present versus puts you in avoidance or running or judgment. Now that you're present, you can begin to do actual physical and physiological strategies such as EFT, emotional freedom technique. That's the tapping work. That work will help you to take the edge off of the discomfort. it literally changes the level of anxiety that is flowing through you. And then the more you practice sort of being present and then making a choice and having that choice make a difference, you begin to slowly build confidence in the fact that you can actually change your state for real. But it takes a while before you begin to really believe that you have the power to manipulate your state, no matter what degree of pain and anxiety you might be feeling. I'm going to tell you something. My relationship to even a statement like my lowest moment has changed, because and I'll share this one that I always enjoy sharing, actually. I remember that I was standing in my kitchen and I was going through a relationship issue. And this experience, this sequence of experiences with this man were happening just as they had happened a number of times before. But this time, I was practiced. This time, all the work that I had been doing, I had practiced enough that even though I was triggered, I was conscious enough to still be present and see myself and do the work in the midst of the trigger. That had never happened before. Usually the trigger happens, you get taken out, and you can't think, because literally the brain, focuses and becomes more narrow when we're triggered. The trigger is not the event that is taking place between me and my partner. That's in my book, we talk about I'm upset because. It might appear that the trigger is, I was talking and you got up and left the room, and that just drives me crazy. That appears to be the trigger. But the real trigger is that somewhere in my past, I felt discounted, unseen, and ignored. And because of that, when you get up and you walk out, what I experience is those past moments of feeling not seen, ignored, and literally it feels like abuse. So our triggers, it doesn't matter what is going on in the moment externally. The real trigger is the unaddressed pain, stuck energy that wasn't properly processed, that is being stimulated, instigated by the experience in the moment. And as we practice and become more conscious, so that we can even be conscious in our most upsetting moments, meaning be conscious, be able to see where we are. The more we can see where we are, the less, at least this is the case now with me after years and years of practicing, years and years of building my strength and resilience around those reactive moments, so that I can now stay present and see myself in the midst of a trigger or reaction. And now I know, oh, what's really going on here is an opportunity for me to reclaim my power from that lie that became that stuck energy that now lives inside of me as a trigger point.